Hi everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Nintendo TV. And today I'm here to talk about how Nintendo just struck gold with Donkey Kong Bonanza, and I believe that 100%. There's so much more to this game that we're figuring out as we go along, and when I tell you this game is amazing, you can tell it definitely is. This is a game that is going to be competing with other 3D Mario games, and it's very likely that this is what Donkey Kong needed to truly be his own character in the franchise. Sure, we have other mainline games like Donkey Kong Country Returns, Tropical Freeze, things like that. But none of those even come close to the potential that Bonanza has for Nintendo as a whole. 3D games in general naturally get more spotlight over any other genre in the gaming industry. Just the replayability in any game like that will absolutely do better in my opinion. Mario's done it, Link's done it, and even Sonic's done it. Also, it seems pretty obvious that Nintendo went the same route for another 3D Nintendo title that skyrocketed in sales. I wonder what that is. Yeah, it's likely that the same developers who made Super Mario Odyssey had a big hand in this, but it's different in ways that are easy to spot, enjoy, and draw a concurrence between the two. And who doesn't love a good Donkey Kong game anyway? A lot of people would argue that Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze wasn't good enough to compare with, let's say, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and Breath of the Wild. But I put countless hours into that game with my brother, no problem. So in the end, I don't think it's up to the seller to determine if the game is good or not. It's up to the consumer playing the game to decide, in my opinion. That's what makes the game a good game. And I'm almost 100% sure that we're going to get more than we expect with this new title. I mean, as far as just collectibles go, we could be sitting there all day trying to get them all. There's also costumes you can buy with this currency, so I can only imagine the combos that we're going to come up with, if that's an option anyway. There's still so much we don't know about this game, but at the same time, it feels like Nintendo just gave us enough information to say that this game looks great and I want to play it. Unfortunately, at the time I'm recording this, it's May 30th and the game doesn't release until July 17th. So a little bit of a bummer when it comes to that, but I guess it just encourages us to think of what Nintendo could do to potentially better this game overall and just overwhelm us with content. Like I said earlier, there's absolutely no way that this doesn't receive the amount of love or attention that Mario Kart World or anything like that would get. I mean, this game is beautiful, and you can tell. It does seem that Nintendo has shown us their path of direction when it comes to animation as well. As far as it goes for Mario, you can tell they tweaked his design just a bit, and I think it's a good representation of a new era for Nintendo. It looks like they played around with this style in Super Mario Bros. Wonder, and it's looking great. I think this whole cartoony feel they're going for really capitalizes on how fun Mario is, and I think going from this to this is an amazing stepping stone for the red-dressed Italian plumber. And it's awesome to see how we came from a little 2D side-scroller in the 1980s to where we are now. It's incredible. But back to Donkey Kong Bonanza, rumor has it that there could be a secret character in this game, and that's Pauline. On the Nintendo official website in Korea, on the box art, there's an interesting image of what looks like to be a younger version of Pauline. But in America, she's replaced by this purple rock figure. Pauline does seem to be wearing a purple rock-looking bracelet on her wrist, which leads me to believe that Pauline is this mysterious companion in disguise. I don't think Nintendo meant to show this, but if they did, it was probably just to build up hype or something. It's kind of unlikely for Nintendo to do that, so just take that with a grain of salt. Also, why is she a kid? Does this have something to do with the storyline? If anyone knows, feel free to let me know in the comments. Maybe Pauline was overpurposed as maybe a second player, kind of like Mario. Mario Odyssey, player 1 controls Mario and player 2 controls Cappy. But instead of capturing objects like Cappy, she'll have her own little gimmick. Maybe allow you to get into certain areas due to her tiny size or something. Sort of like Luigi from Luigi's Mansion. I'm not really sure, I'm just saying what's on my mind. She needs to be in the game for some reason though. A reason that's important for her to be on the box art at least. My main wish for this game is I hope that it's 2-player. Nintendo hasn't let me down yet when it comes to co-op, so let's hope they don't start now. I think Donkey Kong Bonanza even releasing opens up a huge world for Donkey Kong in general. If they were to do another 3D open world, they could even include split screen. Maybe even include Diddy Kong, Cranky Kong, Dixie Kong, and maybe even Funky Kong. It still leaves me on hold though, because when I think of a 2-player in Donkey Kong, I think of Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong, not Donkey Kong and Pauline. Yeah, I know, a lot of Kongs. It's gonna give me a minute to get that through my head, but it's out of the ordinary and something new. So if it were to happen, I think it would be cool. But what are your thoughts on Donkey Kong Bonanza? Is there anything you want to see in this upcoming title? I would love to hear any questions and feedback you have in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to like and subscribe. It's free, and any support means the world to me. You're watching Nintendo TV, and I hope to see you all in the next one. Have a blessed day. Peace.